In order for this to be the laziest path to make $10,000 a month, it has to meet a certain criteria. Number one, you don't need to have large amounts of money or starting capital. Number two, you don't need to have a university degree. Number three, you don't have to spend more than 3 hours every single day working on this. Number four, you don't need to spend any money on advertising or marketing. And number five, it should be able to make you leveraged income. Now you must be wondering, Jats, what's leveraged income? This is a type of income that is perfect for lazy people, and you will understand why later on in this video. But first, let's understand what does a lazy way of making money actually mean. Now, most people, including my mom, think being lazy is a bad thing. But Bill Gates himself has said that he would rather hire a lazy person to do a difficult job because they will look for the easiest way to do it. So what he's simply trying to say is that he would rather hire lazy people because they will look for smarter ways to get that job done. For example, you could be extremely hardworking and get something done by working so hard, or you can be lazy and get the same job done by working smart. And that is what lazy way of making money is about. It's about making money in a way where you have to put the least amount of effort to get the most amount of return. Now, in this video, I'm not going to share just one lazy path to make $10,000 a month. Instead, I'll be sharing 3 different paths that I've personally taken to make $10,000 a month from each of these paths. And then you can decide, depending on your choices and your personal preferences, which path you want to take. And one more important thing, to celebrate us hitting 250,000 subscribers, I'm going to send £100 via PayPal or the equivalent in Amazon gift card to 3 people who leave the most inspiring comment below this video. Now, at the start of this video, I said that leverage income is the perfect for lazy people. So let me show you why. So 3 years ago, I worked as a tech support guy making $10 an hour. Now, if you take $10 an hour and multiply it by 40 hours a week, which is a full-time job position in the UK, you would see how much I used to make per month, around $1,600. Now, the only way for me to increase this number was by doing overtime, meaning work more hours. But you see, that is where the problem is. We all only have 24 hours. So even if I magically manage to work 24 hours a day, meaning no time with family, no time for Netflix, no time for anything, and just work 24 hours every single day, I would still be only making $240 a day, or around $7,200 per month. So still, I wouldn't be able to get to that $10,000 a month. This is why a job paid by an hour is not an example of leveraged income, as the pay you get in return is directly tied to how many hours you work. Let me now show you an example of a leveraged income. Let's take an online course for an example. To create an online course, yes, you will need to sit down to record the course, outline the course, and then publish the course. But once it's published, you have the ability to reach thousands of students with that one course. You don't have to keep teaching that course to new students. They can buy it and they can watch it in their own time. So the hours you put in to create this course is now generating you recurring revenue every single month, meaning the amount of money you can make from this course is not directly tied to the amount of hours you put in it. And this is what leveraged income is about. It's about creating a type of income that is not tied to the amount of hours you put into something. Now, don't confuse leverage income with passive income, because although they sound really alike, they're not exactly the same. And I don't believe in something like pure passive income. I believe everyone should rather focus on creating leverage income instead of passive income, which doesn't really exist. Semi-passive does, but passive income purely does not exist. Now, most people think starting a business is leverage income, but that is not true. Let me show you an example of a type of business that is not leveraged income. Let's take the agency model, for example, and we take a graphic designing agency. If you started a graphic designing agency or any type of agency, yes, it would definitely make you more money, or have the potential to make you more money than your 9-to-5 job. But the amount of money and impact you can make is also still tied to the amount of hours you have in your working day, which is, for most people, is around 12 hours a day, because after that you need to sleep, you need to eat, and just do everything in your life. In other words, you still are going to be paid in proportion to the amount of hours you put into your agency. Now, you're saying, but Jats, I can hire more people. And that's true, but still, people only have 24 hours. So even if you hire 10 other people, they can only work for 8 hours, 10 hours a day. They won't be able to work unlimited hours or more than 24 hours a day. But look, I'm not saying you should not start a service-based agency. If you find fulfillment and if you enjoy that, then go ahead and do that. However, I just want you to know as well is that this is not going to create you leveraged income. So what are the ways to create leveraged income, or in other words, lazy income? Let's look at all 3 different lazy paths, starting with path number 1, affiliate marketing. My very first leveraged income that I made $10,000 a month from was affiliate marketing. Now, for those of you who don't know what affiliate marketing is, it's basically promoting other people's product or services for a small commission per sale. And the commission is usually anywhere from 5% to around 30%, and sometimes even up to 40% or 50% depending on the company. Most products and services you use on a daily basis actually might have an affiliate program. So you could start making money by just recommending the products that you use on a regular basis to make commission from those. Because that's what I did. I signed up with all the trading and stock platforms that I used, all the equipments and gears I used. I got a link, affiliate link for all of those, and I left it in every single YouTube video I made. And whenever people went to my description and they clicked on that and they bought something, I used to make a commission. A lot of people also have this misconception about affiliate marketing, thinking that you need to have a large audience to start making money with this, or you need to start paying money in ads, only then you can make money with affiliate marketing. Now, you see, that used to be the case, because now you can take advantage of going viral so easily via short form content. If you literally go on TikTok right now and type in Amazon finds, you will see thousands of videos of people just reviewing products from Amazon. And what they do is they go to Amazon Associates, which is Amazon's affiliate program. They sign up to that, and every product on Amazon you can actually get an affiliate link for. And then all these people do is that they review those products on TikTok, and when the video goes viral, they simply put a comment saying link to this product in bio, or they even do that on Instagram Reels. And then in their bio, they will leave a link to all the products that they are actually reviewing in these videos. Now let me show you some insane math. Let's say you spend 30 days creating so many videos, and only one of those videos got viral and it got 1 million views. Now let's just say of that 1 million, 0.01% of people went to the link and actually bought that product, and you're making $2 commission for that product. That would be $20,000 in commission you would be paid if only 0.01% of that million views you got bought that product. Obviously, it's much easier said than done, but if you put in the effort, just like I did, you can. But that also brings me to the biggest problem with affiliate marketing. Yes, affiliate marketing is leverage income, and it's not tied to the amount of time you put into it, but you're relying on another person's software or product. Meaning if they either decide to kick you out from the affiliate program or they stop their services or products, your income can go from 10 to 0 in a second. I speak from experience. I've had 2 good companies that I used to work with. Both have generated me tens of thousands of dollars per month. Decided to just cut off me from the affiliate program. And the reason was I was bringing in too many customers on their platform, which is a stupid reason to have. So this is when I realized with this income, I can make money, but I can't rely on this. So I decided to move to path number 2, digital products. This could be courses, ebooks, templates, or anything that a customer can download just through their email or download it online or can view it online. I launched my first digital product back in 2020, which was simply a PDF plus a video guide showing people how they can set up their own trading robot. Back then I was making videos where I was testing out different robots, and I was just documenting that on my Instagram and my YouTube. And I used to get so many people saying, Jats, I want to set up my robot. Jats, I want to set up my robot. Can you help me? So at the start, I was helping few people, and then I just saw my DMs going fuller and fuller. And I'm like, okay, there is demand for this. So I simply sat down one day, and I sat down for like 12 hours in a row. I put the whole PDF together. I done the whole video, and I just put it online for £49. And the same night, when I launched it, I made like $5,000, which back then was the most amount of money I had ever made in a single day. Straight away, you might say, but Jats, I don't have any skills, or I also don't have the following who I can sell the course to. This is somewhat true because yes, if you don't have a following, it can be hard to sell a course. You could use platforms like Udemy or Coursera, I think that's how you pronounce it, or Skillshare, where you don't need to have a following. Instead, you upload your course on that, and then the marketplace already has customers coming on it who are going to buy your course. But at the same time, creating a following has never been as easy as today. There are so many faceless Instagram accounts which basically show people how to edit videos, and all they do is in their link in bio, they literally put presets which people can buy for $9, $10, or some of them have like packs of thousands of presets, which some of them they don't even create themselves, which is unethical. You should create your own presets, and then you can sell it for X amount of dollars every single month. And in terms of skills and knowledge, if you don't know any skills or knowledge about a certain topic, let's say video editing, you can go on YouTube right now and learn video editing in the next 10 hours. If you just focus and then take a raw video and then edit it, you will know how to do the most basic stuff. And people are actually simply doing that. They go on YouTube, type in how to edit like Ali Abdaal, and then they go ahead and make videos on Instagram on how to edit like Ali Ali Abdaal, and then they're putting a preset of all the things that they used, like the transitions and stuff in that video, and people would pay for that. Now let's say, for example, you decided to create a course on how to edit like Ali Abdaal, and you charge £99 for that course. You just need to have 4 sales every single day for that course to be able to make $10,000 a month. But this is where the biggest problem with courses or digital products also come. You see, with something like a digital product, your sales are not guaranteed every single day, meaning some months you might make $10,000 and some months you might just make $1,000. And this inconsistency is not good if you're relying on this to pay your bills. And so this was the main reason why I decided to move from path number 2 to path number 3, which was RPVA, FBA. In other words, reselling products via Amazon FBA. This, in my opinion, right now is the best path to create leveraged income. And the reason why I say the best is because you're leveraging the infrastructure of a $1 trillion organization. Website, they have built it for you. Traffic, Amazon brings it to you. Manpower, Amazon's employee work for you. Storage, Amazon's warehouse is where your product gets stored. Logistics, Amazon does the picking, packing, and shipping to your customer. And customer service, Amazon handles it for you. There is a reason why it's called fulfillment by Amazon. They're doing everything for you, and all you have to do is simply find a profitable wholesale product, buy it in bulk from the brand directly or a authorized wholesaler, and then you ship it off to Amazon, and every time your customer orders it from you, Amazon will pick, pack, and ship the product to your customer. Earlier last year, I decided to fly out with my team to Portugal, and while I was enjoying there with my team, Amazon was working for me and doing all the fulfillment to my customers for me. And this is also the reason why 89% of Amazon sellers actually succeed, because they're only focusing on one part of the business, which is just finding profitable products. Now, a lot of people think selling on Amazon means buying products from China, creating a listing, paying money in Amazon ads and all sort of things, but that's not the only way to sell on Amazon. What I do is simply resell well-known branded products like these products right here, such as the Swirl Dryer, and I simply resell these products on Amazon. So I don't need to spend money in manufacturing my own product. I don't need to create a listing for any product. I don't even need to spend money in ads. All I have to do is find products which are already selling well on Amazon and just resell those products. This means it's far easier to scale, and you can have exponential growth by simply reinvesting your profits. Now here's a live example of why this is the best leverage income, because while recording this video, I have not done anything, and currently I've already generated £1,000 in sales, and in the last around last 20 days, I've generated £18,000 in revenue, around $20,000 in revenue or in sales. And I've achieved this number by not picking a single product myself, or not by fulfilling a single order myself. In these last 20 days, I could have been in Dubai sipping pina colada by the beach or doing whatever the hell I want, and I would have still made money. And the best part about this model is that you can get started with as little as $1,000. And I actually show for free in my free live workshop, which the link for that is in the description if you want to join. It's for free. I show you how to generate your first $1,000 in 90 days or less via Amazon FBA wholesale. But that being said, the goal of this video was to help you understand why you need to start creating a leveraged income. If you want to get to $10,000 a month as quickly as possible, and then even scale it to $50,000 or $100,000, I would definitely go for reselling products via Amazon FBA. There is nothing out there that beats it right now. And those of you are thinking, oh, but Jazz, you're relying on Amazon. What if Amazon goes bankrupt? Amazon is a $1 trillion organization. Do you think Amazon's going anywhere? Amazon is the #1 e-commerce marketplace on the internet. How are you thinking Amazon's gonna go away anytime soon? I hope this video gave you a little bit of more perspective, and also don't forget, I'll be giving away £100 to 3 people who will leave the most inspirational comment in the comment section below. If you wanna learn how to start reselling products on Amazon right now, then you can also go check out this video right here.